Hello, Dane Kanzi here from STI Group, here to show you how to assemble the Captain Morgan pirate ship. First off, I will quickly run through the parts that should be included in the shipper. We will start off with the poles, which will make up the mast, and you should have 4 poles with spigots, which are the small parts on there, and also a pole cap as shown here. You will also have 2 little spacer clips, which I will show you what they are for later. You will also have the brown plain supports or partitions, which will form the main structure of the ship, and these will take the weight of the product that will be placed on there. You will also have 1 ship deck, which would go over the partitions once the ship is assembled. You will also have a sail that will look like this. A ship itself, which will be almost glued and it just needs to be locked together. I'll show you how that. And 1 Captain Morgan. Starting with the ship, we will open it up as shown. I'll move around this side so you can see exactly what we have to do. Starting from the bottom is to make sure that we fold these tabs 90 degrees and they will lock in to these opposing parts. Push the other opposing tabs outwards so you can lock in the ship tab. Line the ship up. And these will just slide into their locking positions quite easily. Once that has done, locate the reverse lock. And this will form the ship carcass. Moving on from the ship outer, we then start constructing the partition set, which goes inside. So starting with part 2, which has the hole for the mast section, we get the corresponding middle piece, which also has a hole section for the mast. We slot that into place, and that is the starting of our partition set. What that does is it creates a stable platform to work from. We then get the left-hand side. They're both the same, and it doesn't matter which part you use. These parts do not have an area for the poles, so they go on either side. Lifting up partition part number 2, we slot it into the appropriate position, marked number 2. And we repeat the process on the other side. And what we end up with is the starting of the partition set. We then move to number 1, ensuring that we locate that in the appropriate slot. Just making sure that we caress the partition sets in without using too much force. Again, repeating the process with number 3. Ensuring that we're lining up the pieces correctly, and that should, just with a little bit of coercion, will work in. Number 4. Locking into place, and what this is creating is a very stable platform to load the product on once the ship is completely assembled. Number 5. And lastly, number 6. So Position number 1 will be at the rear or the stern of the ship, proper nautical terms. We pick up the partition set by the middle piece, lifting it up and over into the ship, pushing down in even motion, and that will hold the ship out and also form a bit of a shape on the sides. We then get the ship decking, and that has the hole for the mast. We then position the 2 tabs, which they have the corresponding holes at the stern of the ship. We slot the holes through the top slot as shown. Moving to the back of or the stern of the ship, we then fold and return, and that is the floor of the ship in place. We move on to the mast. We get 2 pole pieces, lock them together and slide them into the hole, ensuring that it's firmly in place, like so. We then get the sail, starting with the top part and joining the other 2 pieces of pole together. Insert a spigot through the top of the sail, getting the top piece and placing that on the top of the spigot so it cleans it up. We then move across to the mast and slot the sail and then the mast into place. In the bow of the ship, we will first remove the nuts off the screws, the plastic clear screws. We will then grab Captain Morgan, pre-fold Captain Morgan so that he fits around the bow of the ship. What we then do is align the 2 holes and slot the clear bolt and affix the plastic nut screw until on, not too tight, as this will shred the screw. Repeating the process on the other side. Again, screw on the bolt and just to touch tightness, and there we have it, a completed Captain Morgan ship ready for product.